We're back on the Morning Brew with Friends with my buddy Josh Rogers. It's good to see you again.
Good to see you too, Dan.
I'm surprised you're not out running somewhere.
Oh, you know, I just organize these events. I don't get to actually run in them.
Oh,
so.
really? You don't actually get to do it?
No, there's way too much going on.
Because I think we were talking, you're not just the Polly's run organizer, but you also do Brew Dash.
Yep, the Brew Dash, and I work with Run Fit on the side of my regular job, which we put on 18 road races a year. So I have two that I organize from start to finish, but Polly's Run is the one I'm most passionate about because it's the run that is a memorial for my mother and also supports pancreatic cancer. So.
And this one, it's been going on for 7 years. It's been growing every year.
Yeah, we started off really small. We did a little fun run for my mother after she passed away. And we raised like $1,000, and my brothers and I were looking around and we're like, we should turn this into something. We should do something because New Mexico does not have a pancreatic cancer fundraiser.
Oh, really?
And we were at the cusp of starting something new, and we had no idea how it would grow. Just year after year, getting more and more people involved and doing the things that will drive the event forward. And we hit 600 people last year. And we raised $41,000.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. And this year you're hoping to grow it even more.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been very successful with corporate sponsorships. We've started the individual fundraising aspect of it, and then just trying to drive the numbers forward so that people can come out and recognize that, yeah, it's Polly's Run. But it's also one of those things that it's the only pancreatic cancer event in New Mexico that raises money for research. And that's an important aspect to recognize because if your loved one is suffering from pancreatic cancer at this time, we really want to encourage everybody to come out and participate in the event and support their loved one. And the problem with pancreatic cancer is that only 6% of individuals make it 5 years.
I know it is a devastating cancer.
It's a devastating cancer. And there's few of us that carry on that message after our loved one passes away. And that's something that we're trying to change, is to bring people together into a beautiful event. You can run, you can walk, you can just hang out, you can volunteer. If you're at all touched by this disease, we encourage you to come out because
we have a ton of photos of this thing and what it looks like because it is just packed. This is one of the biggest 5Ks I think in the city. Am I right?
It's up there. I'd say it's in the top 15 for sure. And for a specific cause like this, that's pretty remarkable. I really think so. And we have a lot of people that come back year after year after year. It's also a timed run, so it's actually a race. It's not a fun run. We give everybody a chip and
how competitive are people at these 5Ks?
I
know people who run in them, but I've never known people.
They're competitive. Like people really want to improve their time and do better year after year after year. So it's a really fun event, and you get people that don't run and they come out and walk, and then we get the people who can't do either, and they just volunteer. So it's perfect.
Well, how far is 5K? I think that's one of those things that people like myself that are not runners. That just sounds far. I don't know. It's
3.12 miles.
Okay.
So if you're walking,
that's not bad.
It's 45 minutes.
Okay.
So that's a leisurely walk. It's 45 minutes. And if you're running it, if you're really fast, you'll do it in 15 minutes. If you're
really?
Oh yeah.
That's like a 5-minute mile?
Yeah.
That sounds like, Usain Bolt times. That's, for me, that just sounds like,
Well, the world record's 12:40. So.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
For 5K in 12 minutes?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have people locally who are close to that speed?
We've got a couple guys that have come out and run low 15s. That in their prime probably were in the low 14s, high 13s. But
wow.
Yeah. I mean, we're at altitude. Albuquerque's difficult. So.
Right.
Wanted to talk a little bit about who we're donating to this year because this is a big change for us.
Oh, okay.
We've been donating to the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, which is a national organization at the leading edge of marketing and fundraising and research and all the things that go into pancreatic cancer. We've decided to switch, and the reason being is that the UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center is at the cutting edge of research and technology.
And they're locals.
And they've brought some serious doctors in from Houston, and they're doing really cutting edge research.
Very cool.
So, donating that money back to them is critical because, one, we get to help the economy here, but also, we can give treatment to the people here that's at the leading edge of anything going on in the country. And that's so critical in a disease like this because when you've got only 6% of people making it 5 years,
Yeah.
you'll try anything to be a part of that number.
Right.
And UNM Comprehensive Cancer Center is the only place here in New Mexico that's really doing cutting edge stuff.
You know, the doctors from the cancer every now and then come on the show, and I love having them on because they're filled with such hope. And like every time they come on, they're like, we're this close to solving it, like this close. And it's just amazing to me because growing up, it was like you get cancer, it's like a death sentence. Yeah. You're just done, right? And now the doctors are saying, oh no, his survivability is great, and like they keep pushing that out. You know, like that 5-year number will now be 10 years in not too long, right? And so that's very cool. So are they going to be able to, at the event, talk to some doctors? Can people talk to docs and figure it all
out? We haven't gotten into those specifics yet. I'm sure it's a possibility. We've made some relationships with some of those doctors over there, and we just need to ask them to come out.
Right.
Pancreatic cancer is so complicated. And I'm sure all cancers are complicated, but everything I've heard about the pancreas, it's impenetrable. You can't cure it. It's all this stuff. So. The thing that they're working on mostly is trying to figure out early diagnosis, because if you talk to anyone who's lost somebody from pancreatic cancer, it's because they didn't find it early enough.
Right.
My mom in particular was stage 4 when they found it.
Wow.
And that's just typical. And it was misdiagnosed for a long time.
Oh,
and that's typical. And so that's one of the things they're working at, because it's not easily seen, and you have to get in there with a CAT.
I don't even know where my pancreas is. If I had to find one on my own body, I couldn't even find it.
It's right below your liver, so it's like right in here.
So right down there somewhere.
Yep.
Yes. Excellent, excellent. Well, the run will be, Paulie's run will be June 4th.
Yep.
It's a Saturday.
That's correct.
And it's right in Tigway Park.
Tigway Park.
And just 3 miles. It doesn't sound like that bad. 45 minutes to walk it.
And we got a kids K.
That's even better.
So if you got young ones, bring them out. We give them a shirt. They run around. It's the cutest thing you've ever seen. So,
awesome. I love it.
It's awesome. So if you want to register, paulysrun.com and get you all the information you need. So.
Yeah. Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming, and congratulations on $41,000 already.
Thank you, Dan.
And we'll be back in a couple of seconds of Morning Brew, because we've got a special Monday edition of Trending with Joe Marie.